Hello, students and parents. This is my introduction for Thursday, the last day of the week this week. So keep trying, giving it your all. Tomorrow, Friday, is not really technically a no school day, but it's a catch-up day. So if you have been staying on top of things and you've finished all your worksheets, you're not behind in any lessons, then you don't have any new assignments. However, if there are some worksheets you didn't quite finish, or you didn't get submitted, or you didn't understand, you can call me and ask me questions tomorrow still. You need to finish and get caught up, all caught up, and then we'll be ready to start again on Monday. I have things I need to get caught up on too. Let's go through what we're going to do today. If you have your planning checkoff list for Thursday, most of you, I got your oral grades yesterday, but if I didn't, then I'll be calling you today. So be ready with your Growing Up Where Jesus Lived and your phonics test 29. There is no arithmetic test this week. We'll start that next week since that would have been on Friday. On Bible, you're going to need your Bible folder, and I have a video where we're going to go over our review sheets. In arithmetic, I want you to submit page 304. And it's going to be review because your test will be on Monday in arithmetic, and so you will have some things that the teacher will call out for you. And this is the page with, it looks like Yellowstone National Park again. It's got the bison on the front. And the front you're going to do during seat work time. You can show me, you can submit both sides. I'm especially concerned about what you're doing in class, though, with the video class, because some of this you're going to see again on your test. You've got some division, and you've got some rounding to the nearest dollar. So be sure you're paying attention to the video teacher's instructions on that. At the bottom, where you're going to divide by 5, you're going to take whatever number is there, divide it by 5, and write the quotient or the answer inside the little lantern. If you haven't watched the video about Yellowstone National Park, the virtual video, you can do that. I think you'll enjoy it. And there was a reason why we wanted to mention that. Well, I'll probably think of it later. Let's look. Oh, I know, it had to do with phonics. All right, you're still on this sheet for your speed drill. So you're going, today is lesson 152. So you're going to do the little box where the chipmunk is. Now, on phonics, you've been learning ABC order. I had a little video either yesterday or today about doing alphabetical order if you're having trouble. And what I'm wondering is, if you submit, if you close that you finished, if you mark that you finished an assignment, and then you wanted to go back and see a video, there should be a way you can get back into your assignments and be able to do that. Some of you have been learning how to get back into your assignments. This is really important so you can see how you did. We'll talk about that more in a minute. Let's talk about phonics. In class, you're going to work on ABC order again. You've got bird, okay, and on the back, this was what I wanted to talk about. Adding suffixes to root words for your seat work side. On the test Monday that you did in phonics, some of you are still having trouble with adding suffixes to words that end with Y. So remember, if it's a vowel before the Y, so it's like a special sound like O-Y, oi and boy, or A-Y, A and pray, then the Y does not change. But if it's a consonant before the Y, then the Y will change to an I. And so you've got angry on here today. Angry, watch out for that. It's going to get changed to angrily. which is an adverb. Remember, our adverbs describe verbs and end with ly. He angrily stomped out of the room. How did he stomp? Angrily. And so that y needs to change to an I for angrily. Painful. You're going to change it to painfully. He painfully crawled up the rocks. Painfully. Painful ends with an L. You are not going to drop the L when you add the ly. You don't drop L. Remember, we drop silent E sometimes, but we don't drop an L. So keep that L. You're going to have two L's in painfully. Number 4 on that talks about a geyser is a water and steam that shoots out of an opening in the ground. And that's why I was talking about the video, the virtual field trip to Yellowstone National Park, is that's where the geysers are. So Old Faithful, and it shoots up water. That's called erupting. It erupts. It shoots up the water between 90 and 180 feet high. So you're going to write one interrogative sentence. You would ask a park ranger about Old Faithful. Remember, interrogative just means it's a question, so it's going to end with a question mark. So if you were actually at Grand Canyon National Park, no, not Grand Canyon, I'm sorry. If you were actually at Yellowstone National Park and you were there at Old Faithful and you saw it erupting, what question would you like to ask the ranger, the person who works at the national park? So will you write that, please, for your phonics? In writing, today is your test, and I would really like you to see how you did on either your test last week or what you did yesterday, what you submitted for writing yesterday, to see what I said about it, because some of you are rushing and some of you are making mistakes that you were not making last quarter. So I don't want your grade to go down, and I want you to be ready for 3rd grade with your cursive writing. So if you're having trouble getting into your assignment that you already did and submitted, then let me know. You can call me. If that video didn't work for you to follow the pathway, maybe I'll try putting that on again. I don't know why it didn't work. But you can call me and see if you can get into that assignment so you can see what I marked and the comments that I said. And also, yesterday, Wednesday, there were several of you that did take your time and did a beautiful job on your cursive. You worked really hard, so I gave you a hard worker's badge. So you will see that little round badge on your page, your opening page to Edmodo. So look for that. If you haven't found it or seen it yet, you don't know what it looks like, then you can, again, call me or let me know. On your seat work today and in writing, you also have a choice. So let me explain this. Oh, let me show you your test first. Okay, so this is your writing test. Please write your first and last name at the top. You don't need your number because we're not in class and I'm not having a teacher's aide grade this. So I don't have to put them in alphabetical order. But I do want your first name and last name neatly. It is part of your grade still. And parents, when you take a picture of the test, if you can line it up so that it is like that, so that we can see, well, actually, yeah, like that, so that we can see the whole test, but not too far away, because if we've got a lot of background, then it's hard for me to zoom it big enough where it doesn't start getting blurry and make a bad picture. So if you can try not to have too much border showing, but the whole test, that will help me to be able to grade it better. So that's your test. And then also to help you in writing sentences, that's going to be very important for you in 3rd grade to know how to make good sentences. You have a choice. You can do either the fishing story that we skipped a few days ago. The page number is written on your sheet, or you don't have to do both of these, just one or the other. You get to choose either the fishing page or this page where you write nouns, things that were in our classroom. You're going to have to think back and remember some of the things that were in our classroom. So you're going to write 6 nouns, and then you're going to write a sentence about each noun. So I think the fishing story is more fun. So I did include a little video of a fishing song with the writing assignment. I also tried to include a video with your reading assignment. You're going to read, but as a reward for the end of the week for your reading, I included a puppy song since you're reading about puppies today and all kinds of animals. I hope you enjoyed that. Some of you did not get into Spelling City to play a game yesterday on Wednesday, so try to get in there today. Even though we've got 2 weeks, this list is a harder list. And today you're going to write, with my spelling lesson, you're going to write the ERR words, which there are only 2. I'm going to have kind of a little contest. I want to see who can draw the most terrible blueberry. You know, one that looks really terrible, just terrifying, terrible. Or maybe, just messy terrible. I don't know, whatever you think terrible is. So now don't make it teeny tiny because I won't be able to see it. So get a piece of notebook paper, make it nice and big so I can see its terrible face. And you don't have to submit that, but it'd be fun. If you want to submit that, submit it underneath the spelling. And I'm going to be looking for that underneath the spelling. Sometimes things get submitted under the wrong subject, and then I don't quite know where to look for them. So try to get them underneath the correct heading. And the last thing is science, which is just for fun. It's a short little video that you can, they'll show you how to draw a plant and label it. And if you want to, you can I'll just check under science at the end of the day. If you want to show me what you drew, also, I'll just look under there. You don't have to, but I'd like to see it if you do it, because I know a lot of you like to draw. And Josie's especially my good flower drawer. So Josie, you probably will do a good job on this. And let's see, is there anything I'm forgetting? I think that's everything. If there's something you haven't completed, get it done on catch-up day. And by the way, that doesn't mean you're going to put ketchup on all your food. Who was it? I think it was Josie. What wondered that? She has a good sense of humor. But if there's something that I didn't get that I really wanted you to submit, then I know a lot of your assignments, you can't, there's so many of them now that you've done and you can't really tell. So you should be able to go back and see, maybe you've been saving some worksheets that didn't get completed. So go ahead and work on those. If there's something I see that you didn't send in that I really would like you to send in, then I'll try to send you a message tomorrow. But if you know there's something you should finish, then finish it, because it's going to help you be a good learner and ready for 3rd grade. So you have a good day today and a happy weekend.